Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
This fucking villain, this ugly witch, you can see the disgustingness on her face seeping through her pores because she's such a nasty person that it literally spills.
If you saw my last video, then you know that we drew some clowns. And I actually have them right here. These were our two finished products that we ended up with. I quite like these, but it's intended to be a 4-part collection. So we're going to be doing the other two drawings today. In the last video, I painted myself as a clown. If you want to see that, go watch it right now. I'm not going to be painting myself as a clown again, just because I don't really feel like it. So we're not doing it.
No! No! Fuck that bitch! Oh my...
This is actually like my second time recording this part, because I recorded it one time and I looked back on it and I was like, why do I look so chopped? So I didn't use it. It got completely deleted. I also have like recordings of me cutting out the original drawings and taking out the colored squares that I usually put in the background of drawings. But I decided to not do it anymore just because it looks a bit amateur level, which I am, but fake it till you make it, you know, well, yes. And so let's just start drawing. Okay, bye.
So I'm actually very much upset because I filmed this thing so many times and I still look chopped and I still look bad, but I don't really care. Confidence is key, and how I look is how I look, and we're gonna go with that. For this first drawing, I knew I wanted to do a clown inspired by hearts, but that wasn't really a lot to go off of, so I decided to just keep on working with it and the ideas would come to me. The only thing I knew I wanted was big, huge shoulders, something reminiscent of the shape of hearts. I noticed in the other two clowns that if you took out all the literal symbols, you'd have no idea what suit they would be. I immediately thought of ways to really integrate the shape of hearts into the design. Luckily, hearts are a very simple shape to put into clothing. I tried many different ideas to use in the sketch. A lot of people tend to go with their first idea. I'm guilty of this too. I've always been a stubborn person, but I knew that some designs just didn't look good. I tried a jester hat, too old looking. I tried out a collar, but it covered up too much, a backdrop, cut off the page, and too much on the upper half. This corset, too old fashioned. Big baggy shorts, did not look high fashion. Maybe some shorter shorts with a piece of fabric on the end and then a cage, but way too much was going on, and it just didn't look cohesive. The point I'm making is that drawing and designing is trial and error. I am by no means a professional or a real fashion designer, but I've seen so many people get stressed out and just up and quit a drawing or be unhappy with the design and finish it off mediocrity. Nothing I'm going to say is going to change someone's life or the way they think about the design process, but I just kind of feel like talking about it because this is my YouTube channel, and if you don't want to hear me talk about this, that's unfortunate. For me personally, art, it's always been this kind of source of joy, and I wanted to continue that. And funnily, it's that part that just recently made me really respect clowns. When I draw, I have so little thoughts in my head, and I really have time to think and reflect. I'm actually happy I chose to draw some clowns because it reignited a lot of the fun I was missing in drawing. If it's ugly, doesn't really matter because it's a clown. So I should just have fun with the design. And once I had that mindset, the drawing came so easy to me. Inking this piece was kind of fun. I always hated inking, but for some reason I enjoyed it a lot. It was kind of calming. Maybe it was from some of the anxiety I felt doing the sketch, but it was so nice to just see the finalized version really shine out from the mistakes. For the heart motif, I wanted to emphasize the personality of hearts. Very fun, and in a way, almost childish. The short skirt, reminiscent of ballerinas, was the most logical choice for this kind of persona. While I was inking, I realized it looks like Sailor Moon. Honestly, I kinda live for Sailor Moon. She was truly the original. And let's be real here, no one does it quite like her. She's the first baddie to ever grace our TV sets. And I'm lucky she even existed, because the impact that she's had on pop culture, insane. Honestly, I should really do some Sailor Moon inspired outfits. But that's another time. I'll put that on the list. Anyways, Miss Clowny Clown. Whereas the past two were parts of a clown circus, I wanted this girl to be the clown, with ponytails that reflect on gestures and also implement the heart design. Instead of the rough collar I gave to the circus tent girl, I wanted to put the rough collar as the skirt. If you look closely, you can see faint heart shapes in the collar skirt. I also embellished it the same as the circus tent girl. Honestly, I should give them names. Okay. So, the circus tent girl is giving me E vibes. Like, her name most definitely starts with an E. Like, Edna. She's an Edna. For the ringleader, something like strong, because she keeps the hose in line, you know? Like, Raquel.
Truly mind-boggling. I've never heard a story in William Shakespeare's rolling in his fucking grave. So cunty. A New York Times bestseller. 56 divided by 7. So iconic. Somebody wake me up.
Boom! She's Raquel. I refuse to stop giving things names. I love giving things names. Speaking of, it's Cassandra! I kept the color scheme the exact same as the other clowns. The only major change was the makeup. I wanted it to be a lot farther pink. Hearts are kind of like Valentine's Day, and I wanted to represent that kind of sweetness and cuteness in her makeup colors. I was really inspired by Queen Elizabeth in this drawing. Everyone always goes to Marie Antoinette for fashion inspo, and I say, no more. Marie Antoinette is dead, beheaded, gone. No more Marie Antoinette dresses. No more. But honestly, Queen Elizabeth is not recognized as the true fashion queen she was. These gloves, incredible. Her rough collar, it's so fashion forward and fun. She was able to wear shoulder pads and not have quarterback arms with this incredible light makeup. So Dior. Not to mention the amount of jewelry and pearls and gems. Rich, royal, fantastic, amazing, incredible, show-stopping. Eat it, shit it out, put it on a plate, eat it again. I really enjoyed making this kind of silhouette that is so heavy on top. Most of my designs feature mermaid and trumpet skirts, which make the bottom the main part of the design. It's typically more masculine to have so much on the upper half of the body, so finding ways to feminize it was so enjoyable. The colors muted down the design so perfectly. Without color, the design looks very frilly and pastel and pink. But as soon as these more drab, muted colors hit the paper, it turned into something far from a simple children's costume. It was hard to implement the stripe pattern into her outfit, but I think I did it really well, honestly. I left a lot of pieces uncolored because I really wanted to get a good balance of all the colors while also matching the balance of the other two clowns. For gel pens, I wanted to bring back the gold I had previously missed in Raquel. I did the same gold and silver pattern I used for the circus tent to really bring the two designs together. I also added some simple little highlights into some of the more boring parts just to make it shinier and more interesting. Now, I'm adding the shadow and signing. I decided to leave out the background coloring I typically do. For some reason, just recently, I started to find it tacky, and leaving it out honestly really streamlined the look of it. And I'm actually kind of considering changing the other two just to fit this one. And this girl's name is Lucille. And we are done. She turned out so cute and frilly, and it was a really fun exploration of silhouettes and shapes. And now, we're going to take a short break as you watch me fix these two uglies. This is me editing again, and I do not want to show the parts of me fixing the drawings. I already deleted those. They're never going to be seen again, just because it's quite embarrassing. I'm not posting myself looking like that on the internet, but I will post myself looking like this. So, I apologize. Back to drawing.
We are back, and now it's time to finish our 4-part clown collection. The only suit left was the clubs. I purposefully left this for last because it's a really awkward shape, and I didn't even know what to make out of it. I ran through a lot of ideas. Maybe a tightrope walker, but that's just tied to a leotard. Or even a magician, but it would have been too close looking to the ringleader. And then I saw this photo. A cage dress mimicking a lion tamer. Amazing. 100%. I should probably talk about this blue thing that I have under my hand. I use it to stop the sweat from dripping all over my paper. Some of my drawings end up getting wrinkled or have my pen ink smudged from my sweaty hands. It's a piece of plastic with some rubber gloves stuck on it.
Why is it already stinking? Oh my goodness! It already stink! Oh my! What the fuck? It smell like bounce the fuck that ass! It smell like bounce the fuck out of that.
The plastic makes it super slidey against the paper, and the rubber gloves make sure it sticks to my hand. This blocks all sweat going through, and also it really helps to draw straighter lines. Honestly, I'm not proud of this drawing just because it's not original. I don't feel like I did with the past few where I trialed different designs and came up with my own. This was truly just me wanting to finish this collection. But honestly, I don't know much about lions. The only beast I know about is the one between my legs. Lining this drawing was super easy because it's a really simple drawing. There's not much going on, and compared to the other 3 drawings, it's a lot more minimalist. My least favorite part about this whole inking process was the back of the cage. I wanted to bring back the red stripe pattern, but I knew it would get really confusing fast with the cage behind it too. Eventually, I just sucked it up and I drew the lines, and I'm glad I did because that was kind of the only part I was happy with. For the hair, I chose this clove shape with 3 buns resembling a lion's mane, as well as the clove suit I decided for this design. When it came to colors, I went with the exact same color scheme as the others. I honestly don't like the makeup on this. I ran around different designs to make it more lion themed, but I was worried it would look too costumey. So I abandoned the idea and gave her a stereotypical clown face. When coloring the legs though, I severely messed up because I was just using a base color and a dark color. This is not how to draw people. I always use a lighter highlight shade, a medium shade, and a shadow color, but I forgot this. I tried to erase it and fix it, but just look at these 2 legs together. They're not sisters, siblings, not even cousins. They are 2 enemies because this is hideous. I should have went straight to jail. I added a lot more gold to this drawing though, and that was definitely a mistake on my part because it removed it from the whole collection, who were all red and black leaning, while this one was definitely leaning more gold. I made all the clothes black to add some contrast to the design, except for the small red clove in her hair. This gave some dimension and interest to the face. For the cage, I considered silver, but it obviously wouldn't fit the collection, who all didn't have any true silver parts except gel pen. Speaking of, it's now time to gel pen. I was really hoping that this would save the drawing and make it look cohesive, but it really didn't. I thought that the design would grow on me, but I found it never did. I did my signature and shaded the bottom and took out my sketchbook. And for the most part, that was the end. But while staring at this piece with the rest of the collection, I realized there's way too much gold and not enough red. So we are going to fix that.
I erased the old gold banners on the top and began to color them in red. For the cloves on the banners, I chose black to darken the drawing and make it look closer to the other designs. As I did this, I was finding that I was liking this drawing a lot more. I added some simple embellishments to the cloves and fixed the silver gel pen on the banners, and it's done. Although the design isn't original, I think I took the idea and turned it into something cohesive to the other designs. I'm really considering redoing it fully and making a drawing that is original and not stolen from Pinterest. But for now, she makes a really nice addition to the collection. 4 out of 4 clowns is complete, and now I'll discuss my final thoughts.
And here are our 2 finished drawings. Honestly, I'm actually surprisingly really proud of these. I think in particular, this one looks really good. This one, the lion tamer, I should definitely redo. I think stealing designs isn't original. I think it's a cop-out. And even if you're changing the colors and a few design aspects, it's still stealing a design, and I don't think that's really creative. But with that being said, I think as a collection, these go all together really nice. I think they're cohesive looking. I think they fit together. And overall, I did that. If I had to rank these, the circus tent would definitely be number 1. This was my peak. It was just downhill from there. This one's probably second best. Then this one. Then this one. I mean, really. I just don't really like it much. But it's done, and that's what matters. Today is Chinese New Year. I was going to do Chinese New Year video, but I kind of ran out of time for it. But I will show you a little sneak peek. That's all I'm going to show you though. If you want to see those drawings, make sure that you follow me, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'll be posting them on all the platforms, and you'll know immediately when they come out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the finished collection, and that is all for today. I'll see you later.